going live. She just starts coughing. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Abby is plotting my demise over here.
Dr. Gabby over here, your writing coach with the mostest. We have been absent. I know how much you missed us, but our dear friend Jamie here
COVID was trying to take me out again.
And now we've reconvened today and we look like the Robert Palmer girls. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Don't we look like that?
I know. I need some more slick backness. I got a lot more frizzy hair than you.
All right, so I started reading We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers.
Nice.
Highly recommend it.
Highly
recommend it. I've learned.
No, Gabby hates lots of books.
I dislike about 8 out of 10 books usually. I have very high standards for books. This one I like. I've already learned things about myself. I'm like 3 or 4 chapters and I've already learned things about myself. So we Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. One of my favorite things that she says so far in the book is, what would you do if you were a bad girl? That's what she says. So it's one of
like Carolyn Elliott shit over here. All right.
So she prompts her clients with this around money sometimes. So it's like, if you're stuck in these money beliefs, like I can't afford this and I can't afford that, to be good, you're saving or you're conserving or you're whatever. One of the ways she kind of prompts them out of the comfort zone is, what would you do if you were a bad girl, right? And I write about this in my first book, All This Healing Is Killing Me. I write about what it means to be good as I learned it as a Catholic schoolgirl, right? Growing up in the patriarchy, all the things, what it means to be good, to please others, to be conservative, to be celibate, like all the things, right? And
celibate.
It's true.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
And so anyway, so it really resonated with me when she said that. And the other thing that, it happened to dovetail is I may or may have not gotten on a boat in West Palm Beach this weekend to go
she
over
walked to from her house, which made security very nervous.
And did some sailing in the Bahamas very spontaneously. It felt like a self-care choice to me. I've been handcuffed to my computer for days and weeks and months, and I could not break the spell. I could not disconnect no matter how hard I tried. So I walked over to the port and I got on a boat, which was very satisfying. Very satisfying. More tales for a future day that I will tell. But I think one of the things that's interesting about me is that I always make those choices. Like, what would you do if you were being bad? Because I kind of get a kick out of it,
Kind of.
It's kind of fun.
I think the interesting part is that you can get so much done in the productivity side of things so quickly, like so much faster than any other person I know. Like your ability to work is ridiculous, but the problem is that your brain is like, well, we're doing this and we're really good at it, so we should just do this forever. Like there's no off, right? Like there's no whatever, but there is the ability when you switch out that you are just like, I am not, like you are so rebellious against your own self in it. It's fascinating to watch. And I am always like, slower, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, well, we have to do this thing. You're like, but do we have to? And I'm like, I don't know. But you can get so much more done than me in such a short period of time that I'm always like, I don't know what the answer is to this. So
yes. I'm thinking about this as it relates to my birthday in 8 days.
How is that 8 days away? Okay.
I don't know, but also I had a call with the press secretary of Modern Elder Academy today who wanted to know all the reasons why we were going to Santa Fe to Modern Elder Academy to celebrate and who you guys were. And I told her the whole story and all the things. And they're very excited to host us. I also got the itinerary from Chip about all the stuff that we're going to be doing while we're there, which also looks very exciting. So, of course, half of my brain is in New Mexico and half of my brain is in Florida. And I'm thinking about this as it relates to this transition. I don't know about you, but like this weekend was, I already feel the momentum. We've been calling this the momentum. I felt a lot of stuff leaving and a lot of new energy coming in. I continue to feel this incredible, like energetic movement, like this movement of creative energy, this movement of emotional energy. Like I continue to feel such strong changes.
Yeah, and I think, like, astrologically, there's a ton of stuff happening right now, like, transit-wise, but then also for you, it's like the whole thing is moving so quickly, and I know so many people that are in that movement right now of, like, 1, like, are they stepping into their 50s? 2, are they just, like, in some, like, massive change? 3, like, everything that's happening politically. 4, like, it's just, like,
Yeah, I came off the
everything
boat
is
and I was
coming.
like, "Oh my god, I think we just got a female president." I was like, "Is this really happening?" Like, it feels so important what's happening right now on every level. Everything feels so significant. And also, to mention astrology, we had the second Capricorn full moon yesterday, which I was doing a little bit of research about this because it felt pretty significant. And it was wrapping up what it said was a 16-year cycle. And the 16-year cycle for me was 2008. And I started to reflect on 2008, 2024. And I was like, oh, I won't get into details here, but there are some significant things that have closed that are really big for me. I actually like felt them physically leaving my body, like very significant changes. So like what a time right now.
It is, and it's such an interesting idea of, like,
Oh, your
the
friend
idea of
Jennifer
also
Hollis is here.
hello, Jen. Like, it's such an interesting time of the idea too of, like, what would you do if you were bad, right? And this, like, idea of, like, there is a good and a bad, and that there's, like, something that's irresponsible, and what are those irresponsibilities when, like, a lot of times, you, like, feel in your body so clearly, like, you were like, "If I don't walk away from my computer this weekend, I will be chained to my computer all weekend, and
I started to get like a sore throat. Like my glands started to get swollen. My body was literally like, you can get sick or you can leave the house. Like you get to decide. And I was like, both? Could I go
My
on a
dumbass
boat?
chose sickness. My dumbass chose
But I've said this recently. I'm not picking the sick path anymore. Like I would have done
no.
that in the past. I would have decided I'll get sick, I'll get over it. And I've stopped choosing that.
Hey, one of our people that's also heading to New Mexico with us, Jasmine, kind of got hypnotized like a long time ago. She had little tiny kids at the time, and they were like always getting sick, and then she would get sick over and over and over again. And she was like, "I'm so tired of this. I'm not getting sick anymore." And she was in the middle of hypnosis, and the woman said to her, "Is Jasmine getting sick?" And she said, "Yes, she always gets sick." And the woman said to her, "Well, being sick doesn't serve you. Repeat that repeatedly." And then for like a month and a half, she didn't listen to her hypnosis. And she kept saying, people would be like, "Oh, yeah, my kids are getting sick," and blah, blah, blah. And she'd be like, "Yeah, being sick doesn't serve me." And she couldn't figure out where it came from. She didn't get sick for 8 years. 8 years.
Oh.
So listen, being sick
Well,
does
that's
not
another
serve
thing about
any of
this
us.
book that everyone should go out and get immediately. We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. It's another thing. She goes through a lot of these statements, like what's a millionaire thought versus what's a broke ass thought. Like she goes through and she does them side by side and compares them. It's really impressive. I mean, we're getting off on many tangents and we're already almost at 10 minutes. So, I mean, anyway, stay tuned to the countdown. We have a week left in Gabby's 40s, and we're jetting off to Santa Fe, New Mexico, where we will be celebrating this transition. We're so glad that you're hanging out with us during this time. Me, I am coming out with another book called The Last Ceremony about all my plant medicine journeys that I did during the last 4 years. This lady over here has an upcoming day of play. Do you wanna mention anything about that?
Sure, Day of Play is gonna be, in September with the Enva Collective, and we are having a day where we are not working at all. We might discuss some fun project things, but, like, as conversation, that is it. There's gonna be a giant water slide. There's gonna be super fun stuff happening, so we will
Jennifer
have
says that she likes our tangents. I'm glad that she does.
I do too, man, I do too.
Yeah, me too. Okay, we're sending you lots of good Monday energies. We'll be back tomorrow for both. Well, we'll see you then, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.